Yo, guys, what is going on? Jake Stewart here. Welcome back to the podcast. As you can see next to me, we've got the legend, Thumaldinho, also known as Adam. Um, One of the best creators on TikTok at the minute, in my opinion. Just your takes on stuff, the way you speak about things, it's so refreshing to see different angles and obviously the Irish accent as well, which we all love. Also runs a brilliant podcast with Jonathan Morley called Bitter Red. So I'll leave all the links down below. Go and check them out. Absolute legends. So Adam, how is things, mate? How's life treating you? Like, how are you getting on?
Life is good. Life is good. It's just chilling out at the moment. Obviously, international break is just over. Thank God. Don't have to watch Ireland anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yawn. Absolutely sick of watching Ireland play. But look, the massive game that was on Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to it. And look, United are a bit inconsistent at the moment, but I am looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Liverpool off the back of 3 losses in a row. Obviously, United off the back of a Sunderland win, but that kind of scares me a bit, the fact that Liverpool have lost 3 games in a row. I'm not going into this game with like major confidence. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Because the last time that happened, we lost 7-0. So I'm not doing that. But it will be an interesting game, to see if Liverpool can get a win, get their first win in 3, and see if United can possibly do the spectacular at Anfield.
I'm glad you brought up the 7-0. I wasn't going to bring it up actually, but since you brought it up, you may as well.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
It is interesting, obviously, because United over the last sort of 12 years, actually, I think you can agree, it's been very like this with United and Liverpool, as you said, 3 defeats in a row, which is kind of unheard of for Liverpool, especially in recent years. So I think regardless, Liverpool and Man United, 2 of the biggest teams in England, in the world, in fact. I think this fixture still ranks up there, I think, regardless of where the teams are. Even obviously last year with United not doing the best, the games were still, quite interesting. So for those of you who don't know who you are and stuff, what's the story behind your TikTok? Like, what made you get started in the first place? Like, take me back to the beginning, basically.
Yeah, it's a mad one. Like I was just in school in 5th year in secondary school in Ireland, and TikTok was blowing up at the time. It was around 2021 and 2020. We all know what TikTok was like at that time, and that was kind of the start of like the football TikTokers like coming through. All the big names now and stuff like that. And I genuinely didn't. I wasn't thinking of doing TikTok or social media or anything like that. I would never think about putting like my face on camera or talking like that or whatever. But then one of the lads came to me and he was like, you speak good about football, would you not give TikTok a try? And I was like, no, not really. I still said no, but a week gone by and I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. So just came up with the TikTok, and I started off actually doing edits. They were shit, by the way.
Okay.
They were absolutely shit. Like you were using TikTok fucking, stuff to, do the edits. It was shit. But like, then that's when I kind of was like thinking, okay, I have to start showing my face. I actually want to kind of start talking and giving my opinion. And then I started doing that, and the rest is, kind of ongoing history, like just the last 4 or 5 years doing it. And, it's been good. It's been a good journey so far. And I've really enjoyed just giving my opinion on the football club that I love. That's kind of what it is really. And, it's just, it's a pleasure to be doing this. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I took the risk really, because it's going well so far anyway.
Well, it's definitely paid off taking that risk. Obviously, that initial taking that first step to starting social media, I think that's where a lot of people do kind of just back away, because it is quite daunting, like even doing this, like talking 100%. To a phone in your bedroom, it's people like, oh, weirdos, whatever. What kind of reaction did you first get off like friends and family? Obviously, you said your friend told you to start, but was they cool with it, or was they kind of giving you a bit of banter, like, freak, talking to yourself? Like, how were they with it all?
Yeah, no, my friends were supportive, and like my family was obviously very supportive. But like my friends, that's kind of the thing I was kind of worried about, like what would my friends think and stuff like that, But they were like, you talk very well about football, go for it, and that's kind of what happens, and I'm kind of grateful for that support. But like really at the start, in terms of like people in the comments and stuff, they were kind of giving shit and stuff like that. But that people need to understand.
You're gonna get that with everybody.
Exactly. Like that's the thing that people need to understand with social media. Once you you can take comments like that. Now, if they're very, very bad, then obviously like report it and stuff like that. But if it's like like stupid little, keyboard warriors, like stuff like that, if it's them doing it, like just let them off, because that's how you excel. You don't really take notice of it. You just keep doing what you're doing and you focus on what you want to do.
That's what people want. People leave in the comments, and it's always like, do you find it's always like user 67618 and their photos like Ronaldo, and it's like, okay, you haven't even got your face or your name, so don't come at me for actually having bollocks to do something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, why don't they, create a profile picture, or something like that?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They won't, because they're too insecure.
So obviously, massive Man United fan, you are. I could never. What is your earliest memory of being a United fan? Like, where did your love from United start? Was it family, friends, or was it, Roy Keane? I'm guessing. Like, what made you want to be a United fan?
Yeah, it was family, really. I think my father mostly, he was a massive United fan back in the day, like through the 80s. Like he saw when we were actually shit in the 80s, and then obviously saw the glory years in the 90s and the early 2000s, and through the 2000s. He's been through it all, really. So like it kind of came from him. He said, like, you're basically going to be a United fan or you're going to be nothing else. So
no choice.
It was just no choice. So yeah, but look, I that's where it really started, really, and I've enjoyed, the years, supporting this football club, and there's been some really, really good moments as a young child. Like I remember I've seen pictures of me like being at Old Trafford and stuff like that for Fergie's last home game. That's actually one of my earliest memories of going to a game. And
okay.
that was a really special moment. But unfortunately, that was the start of the downfall. And then my teenage years and my early adult years now has been absolutely, shocking to say the least.
I think it is. It's always down to either your father or your brother, friends, etc. But like, as your dad said, I think that's a lot of the case for everybody. It's like you're supporting this team or you're not supporting anybody. Like, I've got children myself. I could never imagine them having a United shirt on or an Everton shirt. Or it's bad enough my in-laws are all Everton fans and they keep bringing like, oh, do you want this? And I'm like, get it away. Like, I could never. I could never.
Absolutely, yeah.
So obviously, massive game Sunday. Liverpool, Man United, biggest game in the world. What are your sort of early predictions going into the game? Obviously, Liverpool are struggling, 3 defeats and 3. United fresh off a 2-0 Sunderland win, which, no disrespect to Sunderland, they are playing really well. I thought Sunderland may have actually nicked a result, but United got the 2-0 win. Obviously, the last 5 fixtures, though, against Liverpool, it's been a 2-2 draw, 3-0 Liverpool win, a 2-2 draw again, a 0-0 draw, and then obviously the famous 7-0 win, which you brought up kindly earlier on. So, just speaking from obviously experience as well, because United haven't won at Anfield since 2016 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And Wayne Rooney scored the only goal. Obviously, Wayne Rooney now match the day or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
What are your predictions going into the game? What are you expecting to happen Sunday evening?
Well, look, I think the general consensus is that people think United will get smashed. I mean, like, people think that every single year because of obviously losing 7-0 a couple of years ago and because of how bad United are right now. And look, there's been results there where we lost 4-0, I think, before. Like, I think it was the year before, actually, where we lost 4-0.
Yeah.
Absolute horror show. But yeah, you're right. We haven't won there since 2016. And it's been kind of, I don't know what to say. Like, we've played really well at Anfield at times, to get draws, basically. Like, but I'm not going into this game wanting a draw. Like, I'm sorry. I think people, a lot of United fans are like, oh, if we get a draw, we'll take it as a win. No, a draw is a draw. Like, you have to take a draw as a draw. I want to win. Look, I know Liverpool are obviously champions, and they've actually had a decent start to the season. Winning the first 5 games, but then obviously went on that little rough patch, losing 3 games in a row. But that's what scares me, because Liverpool now are going to come out with the traps. It's Man United at home.
We need to win. Yeah,
absolutely. But with Ruben Amorim, this is the time now to make a statement here, to show that there is progress potentially, because obviously beating Sunderland, is obviously a decent win. But to go to Anfield and potentially win there would be like, oh, has something changed there? But look, I obviously want the manager out. I don't think he's good enough. I think regardless of what happens here at Anfield, I just don't see a way back for Amorim. I really don't. But hopefully, and look, I would love to see him turn it around and do well. If he could win here against Liverpool, it could be the start of a major comeback here. But
Yeah.
again, that's kind of setting a high standard really there. But look, early predictions for me, I don't know, man. It's a tough one to predict. It really is. Like, I think the easy result to predict is potentially a draw. Because of how it is going to the game for both teams. But I go for a draw. I am going to go for
Sit
a draw.
on the fence. It's
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, because of the record we have at Anfield. Nearly the last 10 years now. We haven't won there in nearly 10 years. I cannot. Put say it with my chest and say, we're going to go there and win. But we can go there and win. I think anything can go there and win if they
100%.
stay compact and actually play well. But I just think, and obviously Liverpool could easily smash United. But we'll have to see what happens. But I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go with a low scoring draw of 1-1. That's my prediction.
That's a fair result. I mean, even as a Liverpool fan looking at this game, you always look at it on the calendar. When have we got United? When have we got City, etc.? You look for the big fixtures. And I actually think Man United now, this is probably their best chance to get at Liverpool. 3 defeats in a row. Alisson's out, Grafenberch is out, Konate's out, and we've seen how defensively poor we've been lately as well. And if you watch Liverpool in the midfield, everything ticks from Grafenberch, attack to defence, everything. He gets the midfield working basically. And with Grafenberch potentially not playing, I mean, it's an injury doubt whether is that mind game, whether he will play or not. I don't know, to be honest. So I think this is probably the best chance United have had. I wouldn't say in a while because, Liverpool United is always a big game, regardless of whatever happened. I mean, you've done us over in the FA Cup quite a few times as well. When was it Bruno when he scored against Kelleher from like the halfway line? I was like, oh my words.
Yeah.
So you have done us over quite a few times, but obviously 7-0, the 5-0s, etc. The rivalry's there. The rivalry's great, but I do think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. Considering, Ruben Amorim up and down, Liverpool currently aren't playing well. Which team needs it most? To be honest, probably both of them. As you said, Ruben Amorim, the results haven't been there. He needs to kind of turn a leaf now. And I don't think United have won 2 Premier League games in a row underneath Amorim yet. So this would be a record for them just to win this game. And then obviously, if United beat us, that's 4 defeats in a row. Now look, I've already seen some fans saying, "Oh, no, it's like out." Like seriously, just. The hell out with that.
That's true. That's
we've
true.
seen United fans, like Man United as well, go through several managers in several years. Just the Arne Slot talk needs to stop. And if you're watching and you said Arne Slot out, sort yourself out. So, as we said, United do sit 10th. 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. So it's fairly balanced as well. But then wins have come against Burnley in the last minute, Sunderland, and that crazy game at Chelsea, which, to be honest, as an outsider, United could have nearly bottled that. Chelsea in the second half were banging on the door. So, but wins a win. I did see your prediction at the start of the year as well. You predicted United to finish 5th and United to win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Now,
did I predict both cups?
You predicted United to do the double, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Obviously, Grimsby had a little something to say about that.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
What are your honest expectations now? Obviously, we're 7 games in. Amorim, let's just say Amorim stays all year. He's not getting sacked, which I don't think he is anyway, because didn't something come out that he's staying for like 3 years or something now?
Yeah, Sir Jim came out and said he's going to try and give him 3 years to solve this problem.
Which is...
crazy. Crazy. You don't get time in football. You don't get time in football. Do you know?
No. Obviously, 7 games in. If you had to make a revised prediction now, where would you want to be in May? Look at the league and go, right, I'm content with that. Like, that'll do me.
I mean, those predictions. I can't believe I predicted to win both Cup and 5th. Oh my god. Yeah. To be honest, if I'm being realistic, and obviously my expectation since I've obviously grown up as a United fan is always to win the league. But obviously, because of because that's like what my father obviously, in the 90s saw.
It's what you was used to. If United wasn't top 2 or 3, everyone was like, well, hang on a minute. And I think that's the big issue when David Moyes come in, because I think, wasn't United 7th or something? But don't get me wrong, 7th isn't crazy, but because of the Fergie days, because of where United have consistently been, because they were 7th, it's like, well, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then panic stations.
And what I don't get as well is that, we finished 7th. I think we finished 6th a couple of times now as well. We finished 8th, and now we finished 15th. And fans, like for me, fans are like, because of we grew up on such a high standard, winning league after league under Fergie, finishing was like an absolute crisis, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what's finishing 15th and keeping this manager? Like, like that is mind blowing.
I think he should have gone after that Europa League final.
100%.
Looking at that on paper, Man United do not lose European finals to Tottenham, who haven't won a trophy 18 years. Ange Postecoglou, like that mess of a club. United very rarely lose finals like that, and they did. And to be fair, United didn't look great in that final either. I thought that would be the final straw where the club go, right, he needs to go, but no, they've backed him for another window. Don't get me wrong, you've made some good signings, Cunha and Buemo, but then when you look at the players that have left, and I've seen your video on this as well, Højlund, McTominay, look how well they're doing outside of United. So is there a deeper issue at United that needs to be addressed?
There is the culture around the football club, the standards at the football club. Like I really do question a lot of that, because the standards of the football club is at an all-time low. Like there's no, like if you do this or if you do that, like you're gone. Like it's okay finishing 15th now at Man United. Like when was that the case? Like if that happened 4 or 5 years ago, the manager would be gone. I don't get what's changed under this. Like, okay, and they've taken 25% Ineos, but like, and they're kind of in control now of like if they want the manager gone or not. But like, I don't get, like, when I was growing up, it was never okay to do anything like that. Like finishing 15th and losing to Spurs in a final. I don't get, and by the way, losing to Grimsby in the second round of the Carabao Cup, like, a League 2 fucking side. No, I'm sorry, and we're still clausing with this manager. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But look, it's where we're at, and this is what, unfortunately, we have to deal with as fans, and we don't deserve this as fans. I'm sorry, like it's been really, really bad. The last, I don't know how many years with this club and these Glazers. I swear to God, the sooner they're gone, the better. I know Liverpool fans, City fans, all want them to stay. Go fuck yourselves. we need
nothing.
I know, but we need them gone ASAP, because they are destroying this football club. There's no strategy, and like they're just not settling with one project. I know they did it with Oli, but we won nothing under Oli. And looking back with Oli, like, let's be real, the football under Oli was probably the best football we played. But he didn't win anything, and that was the problem. So if it's okay for this board to have a manager that's finishing 15th now, I don't know where we go from there. I really don't, because it's absolutely embarrassing.
Looking at who you've had since Fergie, so off the top of my head, Van Gaal, obviously David Moyes, a couple of months. You've had interims as well, like Ranić and stuff like that. But who would you have liked to see have more time? Would it have been the obvious one I can think of? Is probably Ten Hag. Got one or two FA Cups.
FA Cup. A Carabao Cup and FA Cup,
So I think probably Ten Hag would have been the best. Mourinho didn't really work out. I don't think he didn't suit it at all. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as a rival fan, Ole's at the wheel. Used to love singing that whenever we were beating you or whatever.
Yeah.
Would you have liked to see Ten Hag stay a bit more, or what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, when you look back on it now, I think when he got sacked, we were like 10th in the league, and something like that. But
he wouldn't have done worse than Amorim.
I don't think he would have done worse than Amorim. I really don't. And when I first heard about Ten Hag potentially coming in, I was really all for that, because the football he played at Ajax, the trophies,
Beautiful.
He was stuff like that. Beautiful football. And that 2019 Ajax team that got to the semi-finals of the Champions League was an unbelievable side, and it was all to do with his philosophy and the way he played. I don't think we actually saw that properly at Man United. Maybe a couple of times in his first season in certain games, but I don't think we saw that with Man United really, because he didn't really have the players to play that style, especially in the midfield area and stuff like that. But absolutely, like I would have actually given a lot of more managers time. Like Mourinho, I think people forget about Mourinho. I know he finished 6th in his first season. We won the Carabao Cup and the Europa League in his first season. And then we finished 2nd the season after. Didn't win anything, but we got to another final in the FA Cup against Chelsea. And obviously he got sacked, 3rd year, but he was 6th at the time when he got sacked, I think, or 6th or 7th. Like, United fans right now would actually die for 6
They'd
7.
love that. Yeah.
Do you know? So
Yeah.
I find it mad. And obviously, Ali, for me, he needed to go because he was losing 5-0 to Liverpool at home, losing 4-1 to Watford, 2-0 to City. Like that 2-0 to City game felt like a 4-5-0 win to City.
Yeah.
But look, the reality is, I think out of those managers, I think maybe Ten Hag and Mourinho, I would have actually given more time because Mourinho's a serial winner, and Ten Hag, for me, I think he played beautiful football, but he just didn't have the players.
The thing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ruben Amorim, I just don't get the aura. I don't get the feeling from them. Like, obviously, Ferguson, he had aura. He stood on the sideline. You can feel the presence. Like, he's kind of scared of United. Going into this fixtures, this may be calmer air. I'm not afraid to play United for some reason. Obviously, you've got to be skeptical. But, like, going back a couple of years ago, you'd be like, oh, shit, we've got United. Whereas nowadays, in the past couple of years, I haven't really felt, I'm sure a lot of fans will agree with me, you haven't really felt that presence. You get, from Amorim, you kind of get PE teacher vibes. That's what I'm saying. Like the Grimsby game, he had his whiteboard out and he's doing whatever on his whiteboard. Whatever he didn't work, by the way, because United nearly went 3-0 down. I mean, I know they got the goals back, etc.
It actually should have been 3-0. He wasn't offside, that Grimsby player.
Well,
he wasn't
exactly, yeah.
In the second
The only
half.
saving grace you can maybe take is, it was on penalties, but should it even be going to penalties? Should it even be going to pens?
It was what was it, 12-11 on penalties, I think, or 11-10 or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was something crazy, wasn't it?
Then you have Sesko taking the 9th penalty or 10th penalty or something. I'm just
that was weird.
That was so weird. Do you know?
You're a striker. You're a striker. Strike the ball. It's easy.
Yeah. Do you know? I find it unbelievable. But I don't get it either, to be honest. This manager has one of the worst records in Manchester United history. He's conceded, I think, 75 goals in 50 games as Man United manager. I think he's a 28 or 29 win percentage rate. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's awful. It's awful. Like,
bit of fun with this one here. Since 1964, no player has directly gone from Liverpool to United. Phil Chisholm was the last guy. Question for you now. If you could steal one Liverpool player for this weekend's fixture, who would it be and why?
I would take Gravenberch. If they are playing, or like if they're fit.
No, just anybody. Just assuming they're all fit. Yeah.
Oh, Gravenberch. Yeah.
Gravenberch, yeah.
100%. Like, look, I think a lot of people would say, like, obviously Salah or like players like that, but like I think we need in midfield area. I think Gravenberch is just perfect. The way he just plays football is just majestic. I think the way he passes, his change in direction. I think his he's like, how do I say it? He's just a pure, beautiful footballer. Like, just
he can do everything. He's so box to box, and I think that's where the style of Slot and Klopp translated quite well. Because don't get me wrong, Klopp wasn't using him well. Everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this guy we've brought?" Like, he was good at Bayern, good at Ajax and stuff. But then when you watch him in a Liverpool shirt and Klopp's playing him as like a CDM, he's actually in the back four sometimes. You watch him like, oh my word. And then Slot's kind of give him this freedom and just said, go and express yourself. And oh my,
unbelievable.
Top players in the league for me.
Him or McAllister. I think with what United need in that midfield area, one of those two. I think
McAllister is great. He's let me down a bit this year, McAllister, because I'm hoping he played well for Argentina. I hope he puts a Liverpool shirt on and that form can translate. Because at the minute, I think Liverpool altogether have been awful. Salah's been off it. Don't even get me started on Wirtz. I mean, it's still early days, but Jesus Christ, don't even get me started.
0010.
Maybe, or will he get a hat trick against United? If he gets a hat trick against United,
until he scores against United. Watch this now.
You watch masterclass, 2 goals, assist. They do a lot. I'd probably have to take Harry Maguire, to be honest. We need a centre back.
Would you take Maguire?
I rate Maguire. I do. Big shithouse, fucking slabhead. Oh yeah.
Over De Ligt?
I don't rate De Ligt.
No way, man.
I don't rate De Ligt.
De Ligt is quality, man. Jake,
is that a hot take? Don't rate De Ligt?
No, you know what? It's not a hot take when you actually look at the results. But if you look at what De Ligt has actually done individually,
watch him on the ball and stuff, yeah.
On the ball, in the box, the way he gets everything, he gets danger away from the box.
Yeah.
Header and out the ball, blocks, interceptions, with aerial duels. Like, I actually think this could be a hot take now. I actually think De Ligt right now, this moment in time, walks into any team in the Premier League.
Clip that. There we go.
I know Arsenal fans will probably say something, but like,
Oh,
if
the
one,
Arsenal fans, mate.
all the Liverpool, do you think he Canate at the moment? Like at the moment, no, I'm not saying like overall. I'm saying like at the moment, like I think the Ligt actually would walk into Liverpool's team. The way he's playing, he's so good, and obviously
I'd give him a go.
the Dutch connection with Van Dijk. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it could. I'm telling you, like people really underestimate the Ligt. I think he's a quality centre back. I really do.
But then imagine Harry Maguire next to Van Dijk.
But Maguire is very slow though. That's the problem with him.
Yeah.
So, But again,
put him next to Frimpong. Frimpong could cover. We're not playing FIFA. What am I on about? Right now, we have got some quick fire questions. Just the first thing that comes to your head when I say them. This or that, basically. So pretty easy. First one's quite obvious. Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
I agree. Prime Rooney or Prime Salah?
Prime Rooney.
I actually agree. Hot take
so?
This as well. Being a Liverpool fan, growing up my whole life, my 2 or 3 idols, Joe Hart, Man City, Steven Gerrard. If you don't like Gerrard as a Liverpool fan, like, and Wayne Rooney, I think Wayne Rooney is the most complete footballer England's ever produced. He's so sick.
He's unbelievable.
This one's a bit hard. United aren't even in the competition, but United win the Champions League or win the Premier League.
Champions League. I would love to see us win the league, but I just think,
or just anything for United.
Win anything, yeah. But I think just to maybe get up in the Champions Leagues and stuff like that, and obviously to see us like properly win it. Obviously, I kind of saw us win it in 2008, right, when I was a child. But I mean, to properly see us win it would be unbelievable. Like,
Ireland win the Euros or United win the treble?
Ireland win the Euros.
Yeah, I think you take that.
I'm sorry. Like, United have already won the treble. I obviously didn't get to see it, but we have won the treble.
Yeah,
but Ireland winning the fucking Euros, man. Jesus Christ, the country would explode.
Meltdown.
It would be mental if Ireland won the Euros. Yeah, Ireland 100%.
To that, I'd quite like to see Ireland win the Euros. It'd be pretty cool.
Oh, I'd be mad, honestly.
And then the last one, playing football or watching football?
Watching football.
Oh, you're not into playing it?
I used to play. And I actually did love playing football. It's just I haven't really played in the last couple of years. So, I would say watching football now, just because it's a bit
easier as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I probably will go back playing, to be honest.
There we go, guys. I appreciate you all watching. Check out Adam. All the links will be in the description. Check out his podcast as well with Jonathan Morley. And yes, guys, I will see you later.